Hey guys, this is Isaac, loading back up the Technic Let's Play, and this time I think it's about time that we finally handled the quarry issue. We've had a quarry that's been discussed for several episodes now, and it's finally time to go ahead and hook it up. Now I'm going to be showing you a fairly simple way to configure it. There are more efficient, faster ways to do it, but honestly for your first quarry, when you're still sort of figuring out the whole mechanical power thing, it's perfectly fine to just do it like I'm going to. It bothers me more and more every time I load this world that I left the apostrophe out of let's. See what my inventory is like. Sweet, sweet, okay. And the bag. Alright, got a bunch of swiftness potions and... Alright, getting along just fine, just fine. So, I kinda don't want to... I guess I have to sleep, which will run really slow with it on camera, but I'll see how long it predicts it's going to take. God, that is awful. Oh my god. Alright, well I think that I still need to, because I need to have daylight to go set it up. And I can't really afford to watch a flowing time yet, which is another power item we'll be getting soon. So, I'm going to go ahead and use the quarry to dig part of what will become the underground part of my castle complex. The castle complex is just going to be big, and I haven't planned every room for it yet, but it's going to have every conceivable possible room you could desire. But at least part of it's just going to be a giant, massive hole all the way down to bedrock, because I think they look cool. And to do that, a quarry is the most hands-free way. I could probably do it faster just using my destruction catalyst, but honestly, quarries are just a lot of fun. And that is the whole point we're doing Minecraft, right? Oh, come on. It's been teasing me at 8 seconds for, like, at least half a minute. And we're good. Alrighty, then. Just out of curiosity, I think I've searched this thing pretty recently. Yeah, okay, not too much. Not too many diamonds at all. Well, let us go. Gonna try to get this working. Come on. There we go. I probably should have loaded the world and let all of this pre-render before starting recording, so apologies, but once it all actually loads, it runs at a pretty decent speed. So if this is going to be the central tower, which I think it is, it's kind of a good central location, there are a couple of reasonable spots to put the quarry. I still haven't decided if I want this mountain to be the outer wall or to be inside the wall. Because if it's just inside the wall, then that means I can link across this water and then just sort of go around behind it. But I think I might actually incorporate it into the wall. It depends exactly how large I end up wanting this place. It's pretty freaking big as it is. Tell you what about, like, right here? Looks like a decent enough place to go quarrying. Alright, yeah, I like that plan. That's good. So, do I have a shovel of any sort? No. Well, let's just go ahead and make a diamond shovel. They're really cheap. Can't really hurt. I don't need to do a lot of work, but I just want to go ahead and save the quarry a bit of time so I can show you what it looks like running on relatively flat ground. So I'll just mine a wee bit of this wall out. And the way that I'm going to be hooking my quarry up, I'm not going to use the combustion engine that we have yet because I don't have fuel or oil, and I don't want to bother pumping lava up into it. But the way that I am going to run it is going to power it with currently one steam engine. I'll hook up more off camera, but and then I'm going to have all of the drops that the quarry picks up being funneled into a chest by a redstone engine. So I'll get a chance to show off how both of those work along with the quarry and the landmarks. That lucky tree is just barely not within the boundaries. Alright, so let's get our landmarks out. I feel like they're... Hey, sweet, they actually are my mark. Alright, so you take your landmarks and you mark out the area you want your quarry to mine. And make sure you put them on the same level. So let's get some dirt in our hand so that we can... Wow, I don't know why I went for the 3, but there's a stack right there. So that we can match the height of that thing. Let's just go all the way to here, actually. Quarries can totally handle water. They're a bit more finicky with lava, but I still want to leave the water out of it because I like the natural water. I'm not sure if I'm going to remodel it or leave it or what, but for now, I'll leave it. And then let's just go ahead and mark out the 4th just so we can sort of tell where this is going to end up. Sweet, it's right here. Think that's the right height? Yeah. Alright, so once you have them placed, click on them. That's a right click, and that will show you the grid that you're going to end up digging. Flight, engage. Man, did not have this much trouble last time. Like, I got it working by just tweaking down my resolution. But, okay, whatever. Screw it. I can still see the grid from here. The flight has no trouble working without my recorder running. I think the recorder causes... I've always had more difficulty sprinting and flying with the recorder running on Technic, so I feel like it probably has something to do with that. I'm not really running the game in a typically... What am I doing? Details, I think? No. Other? Yeah, like I'm running 640 by 480, which is not exactly quality, but... Sadly... There we go. Alright, so this is the hole that this quarry is going to dig for us. Which looks fine to me. I didn't really want it to be square, so I don't really mind that it isn't. So here's what you do. You take the quarry, and you place it next to one of these torches. I'm actually going to use this torch, because it looks like it's going to take the least amount of work on this land to make it work. So, place the quarry right next to it, and bam! The quarry has now built this, which is a guide frame, essentially. And this just shows you where the quarry will actually place its frame blocks, and then once those are placed, it'll handle the rest of the thing. So you can go around and recollect your marks. Now, this quarry does need to be powered to operate, so let's just use a steam engine. Steam engines are the middle tier of engine. They're powered by coal and a redstone energy source to turn them on or off. They're pretty excellent, to be honest. I like them a lot. As long as they're being used in a relatively... as long as you're burning all the power in them, essentially, they don't overheat, which is kind of cool. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm making a switch so I can turn this thing on and off. And then I believe I have some charcoal on me. Yes, excellent. I'm just going to go ahead and take a full stack. It's relatively cheap. So, in essence, it's not what I wanted at all. If I just put that there, open up the steam engine, put the charcoal inside it, we now have power. So you can see the engine is operating. The quarry you can't target or anything. And you can see the quarry has begun its process. So firstly you have this thing, which just sort of flies around, and it would zap any leaves and trees and stuff if there were items in this box. But since we already cleaned it out, what it's doing is building the frame. And the frame is totally solid. I could stand on it if I wanted to. You just saw me bump into it there. I'm not going to bother climbing onto it, but once you have it built, you can walk around on top of the frame. But before that frame finishes, we have a job to do, because we want to take all the resources out of this quarry and send them somewhere else. And we're going to send them into a chest. So the way that this is going to work, we'll need a chest. I'll make this a double chest in a minute. And then we're going to need a pipe between these two to suck items out of the quarry and put them in the chest. And we're going to need an engine to power that pipe. So everything that we have everything that we need to have is already hooked up here. I actually don't have a redstone torch. That's disappointing. Oh well, I'll use a switch instead. One of the awesome things about redstone engines, which makes them a personal favorite of mine, is that they will never overheat. The other engine types can overheat and explode, which is bad, but redstone engines will literally just never overheat. Good guy redstone engine, you could almost say. So, if you need to do any sort of relatively low stress operation, like just pumping items from one chest to another, this is a pretty good option. I like using redstone engines for things like moving items because they're so safe to use. So take a wooden transport pipe, put it down. This side, the thick side, is the one that it sucks items out of. And wooden transport pipes are the only type that will pull items. So if you're going to be drawing items from one chest to another, pulling items out of a furnace, out of a chest, if you're going to be pulling items out of a macerator, whatever, you need to use the wooden pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and you can see the redstone engine also begins running. You can see that it starts off pretty slow, that this one's actually moving a bit faster. The combustion, all engines heat up over time. The redstone engine never explodes when it heats up, so even when that blue core starts flashing red, it won't explode or anything, so don't worry. But this one, the blue will change to green, then to orange, which means it's running efficiently, then to flashy red, which means it's about to blow up. So that's how you can tell if it's overheating or not. The blue core changes colors. But again, redstone 1, don't care what color it is. It's actually, it runs more efficiently if it's hotter, so you want it to be the reddest color possible. Now, do I have any wood sources on me? I do. So I'm just going to build one double chest for now. It might not be enough room, but worst case scenario, I can pump the items from this double chest into another double chest. And there's also a way, which I won't show off in this episode, but there's a way to build transport pipes like this one, which teleport items, which is pretty cool. Oh, and because I don't actually have a use for these, but I did bother to build them, so I will just show you that, if I put like a cobblestone transport pipe here, it would, assuming that this connection wasn't here, like if I broke this chest, it would pull the items through here and then just send them through the cobblestone. So you can use this pipe, obnoxious sheep is obnoxious, to connect chests, and you could be like, yeah, my chest is kind of far away, so I guess I better use this pipe to carry the blocks, and then you could connect it up like that. I'm obviously not going to do that because I put the chest right here for that reason, but God, you stupid sheep, you've lost your right to live. So, that's the very basics of how to set up a quarry. Again, there are ways to make this whole process move much faster. You may notice it's kind of leisurely now, and it's just, not even finished with the frame, and it's been running for, I don't know, probably like 8 minutes or something. I don't know exactly how long, probably more like 6. But once it actually starts lasering, I'll be able to show off just how cool the quarry head is. So now that this is running, I want to start, yeah, see, that time I flew just fine. I don't know what the problem is. I want to start doing more work off camera because I like playing this world, and this has become my main Technic world, and I not always able to record whenever I want to play Minecraft. So I think that I'm just going to start building off camera. I'm sorry if that bothers you guys, but I don't think it should be a huge deal. I'm not going to be building like the most exciting things in the world, just walls mostly, and I will do tours in every episode, so I'll update you on what I built since last time. I hit him and he started attacking and it lagged a bit. Oh, there's 2. Excellent. Blitzkrieg. Killing these things is really hard, which I think is intentional, but you don't need that many, because once you have a Thaumic duplicator, you can replicate them, but I'm really hoping this one's verdant. I doubt it is. I bet it's just, yeah, no, it's not. But I really need a verdant crystal. I haven't gotten one yet, and I really need at least one. Oh, God, that vision thing just makes it impossible to do things. There we go. Finally got him. Okay, so that one's going to be normal, too. I need to get a verdant crystal. I will explain Thaumcraft soon. I know that I keep mentioning that I will in comments, and I haven't yet, but I will. Don't worry. I just need to get my quarry set up first. So next episode will probably be a tour around whatever I've built and showing off Thaumcraft. Oh, and the quarry has started. So you can see it's this diamond laser, which is breaking all these blocks, and then it sucks them out through this wooden pipe. and they just flow directly into this chest and build up in here for you. So, free mining. We can eventually end up converting all those items through the energy condensers into pure EMC to produce diamonds for us. But for now, that's the quarry setup. Hope you guys enjoyed. It is a very complicated recipe to get to, but once you're there, you can just move the quarry block around every time that it finishes digging a quarry. It will stop if it hits lava and a few other conditions, like when it hits bedrock. But if you just check it occasionally, make sure your engines aren't about to blow up, make sure that if there is lava, you can just go water bucket it, then you'll do just fine. It's not terribly hard to maintain a quarry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to go ahead and play some off camera and build some walls, get this whole house thing started. See you guys here next time. Hope you like the quarries. Adios.